it's Biddy Penny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing hashtag show us your sheet load from Call Me Crafty Owl. So this is a May 2021 sketch, and it's a special edition to use your 6x6 paper pad. But I actually used an A2 paper pad. So really the sky's the limit. I'm going to show you what I'm using today. These beautiful sequins, which I got to go with this collection, which is by Prima. It's called Golden Desert. And I am going to use these chipboard stickers, this paper pad. Oh, it's A4, not A2. And I'm just going to flip through here real quick for you guys. I just think this paper pad is gorgeous. I got it a couple of months ago, and I've been waiting to use it, so I'm digging deep into my stash, and I am so excited. So even though the colors may trigger thoughts of fall, to me, they definitely also remind me of the desert and definitely summer. They make me think of things being hot and dry, which here in Texas definitely happens. There's so many great cut aparts and patterns, just so much to work with. So I'm taking the sketch today and I'm making 6 different cards. So I went ahead and cut everything out according to the directions. In case you don't know what a sheet load is, this is a sketch that Call Me Crafty Owl puts out each month. And each month they're different, and she gives you cutting instructions so that you can cut out all your paper like I did here, and assembly, like do a kind of mass production assembly style, if you like, of a specific design. Now, what I like to do is play. So I go ahead and cut out my paper as directed through her instructions, and then I play with the design. So this is not her design for the sheet load, but that's okay because she always says it each month that it's a jumping off point, and that's what I love about it. So, I just play and have fun, and I'm totally doing the sheet load, but just in my own way. So for this design, I decided to take my pieces and put them side by side. I'm still layering them up as she had in her sketch, but I just am putting them in different places. So I popped this piece up with foam tape, and I'll scuff up the edges because I just really like that look and think it goes well with this paper collection. Okay, and then I did bring in a piece of ephemera as well. And the ephemera from this collection is so cool. It has like holographic details. It is really super beautiful. And then this is, I'm just covering up that in the desert with this grateful because I feel like that's a sentiment that's going to make more sense for me. Like I can definitely give this as a thank you card. And I love that I feel like this paper pad is definitely gender neutral. So a lot of my designs today, I actually don't put a sentiment on them, and that way I can use them for any occasion, anyone. And they are some of my favorite cards I've made in a little while. I just really love them. So this paper is gorgeous. Now it's a sunset. I understand it should probably be vertical, but I decided enough of it would be covered up that it wouldn't be disorienting for me to turn it like this. And because this paper is double-sided, it gives me lots of options for how I want to place my pieces. And here I just kind of played around again with different pieces of ephemera, getting an idea for how I want to place these pieces together. I go ahead and turn those parallel again, like in the first card. And I brought in a sentiment from the chipboard pack. And then I brought in the sequins. These sequins are gorgeous. They kind of remind me of the Salt Lake City collection from Catherine Puller, which you guys know I've been loving that sequin collection ever since I got it. I've used it on so many cards. So to get this one, it made me very joyful because now I have even more beautiful sequins like those to use. And here I'm just kind of playing with the orientation of the cacti and the rose just to make sure I got it right. And here I'm putting my glue so it touches each side but not down the center. That way it doesn't lay awkwardly across all the layers. And then I'm going to glue down my sentiment and add some sequins. And these sequins were like the perfect touch. In the video, it's kind of hard to really capture the beauty of these sequins, but in person, they're so subtle, yet they're just perfect. They just were the perfect touch for this card. So I know you guys are always wanting more Smash Your Stash kinds of ideas. And I think using Crafty Owl's card sketches is a great way to do that. I know for the last couple of months it's something I've been doing. I think if I was trying to just use up all the materials that I had in my collection, or from this collection that I have in my stash, I probably could have made 50 cards easily. So I'm just making 6 here today because that's what the sketch was set up to do. But you know, you can make so many cards, and like as you can see here, even if you just have all your pieces cut the same size, the way I followed the sketch, the way you arrange them can vary. So you can make 10 cards with this layout and 10 cards with the previous layout, basically with the 5 different layouts that I'm giving you today, and you could have, 50 cards for your stash. So I just wanted to kind of put that in your ear. So here I'm kind of mixing my paper until I find one where I felt like the pattern on the other one was too close to the sticker I had chosen. So I just wanted those to be more balanced, and I thought this choice which worked much better. So I'm just going to glue these things down. It's funny, you have pieces that are all cut the same size, but the possibilities really are endless. And it's so fun just playing with different patterns and layering. Again, I'm going to rough up the edges with my scissors here to give this paper more texture and interest. This collection for me is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. I really love boho styled stuff, and this is so boho, and for me, so beautiful. So I did bring in these Love from Lizzie peel-offs. I felt like I was so inspired by the holographic metallic gold that was on the ephemera. I wanted to bring that in a little bit more because it just complements this collection so beautifully. So I'm just kind of mimicking, something that I was seeing on the ephemera for this piece, and I think it really set it off. I did go ahead and decide to put that last piece behind there, and I wanted it to align with the piece that's on the ephemera. So you'll see here I'm just kind of lining it up like it's a continuation. And I just think these cards are so lovely. So if you're wondering how to get the Sheetload, I will leave a link below to Call Me Crafty Owl's video, which each month on the first of the month she releases a video and she shows us all the sketch, and she also gives you the link to download the PDF, and then you just print it off. It's absolutely free. You just have to be a subscriber to her channel, and it really just has she's done all the hard work for you. And so now with this card, I am following her sketch. So this is essentially her sketch that I'm doing for this card. Now, the dimensions on this piece are only very slightly different than what her cutting dimensions are, but these were cut aparts that were in my paper pad, and I just kind of measured them up. With my paper today, I was able to have very few scraps left over. With the A4 pad, I was able to take this sketch and the dimensions that she had come up with and really get a lot out of my paper. So what I'm doing here is layering 2 pieces of scrap paper behind this piece because I want it to lay flat, and since it's going to be laying halfway across this, which is going to be double sheets of paper, and then the background, which didn't have any layers, I needed those 2 scrap pieces to give it a good balance, and now it lays perfectly right where I wanted it. I also encourage you, like sometimes cutoffs have sentiments or, wording on it that maybe you can't connect with. I found that in this set, but it really wasn't much of a challenge to cover it up, which you guys have seen from the last couple of examples. Now this part is a step away from this sketch. This is not a part of the sketch, but I don't know. I just wanted to add a little bit more, so I did. So I decided to add this piece of ephemera. And again, I'm just adding a little more scrap paper behind because, in all, there is a lot of paper layering here. And so I didn't want things to be too wonky and not laying right. I just love this card too. Really, all 5 of them. So now I'm putting a few more sequins on, and then these sequins I'm doing a double layer, so you can see I laid down the largest sequin and then I'm going in and putting a smaller one on the inside. That's just something I've been doing for a while, and I really enjoy the way it looks. It feels more complete to me. That's just me. So now I'll glue this down to my card base. And these are the last 2 cards I'm making for you guys, and they are very much the same arrangement. So I decided to do both of them at the same time. I had so much fun with this month's sketch, but really I have so much fun with every month's sketch. And if you guys have been watching my channel, you know I don't follow the sketch exactly every month, but it's still a process that I completely enjoy. And I just love having someone else inspire me. And I really do find inspiration through this. And it's really great if you're needing to make a lot of cards for donation, cards for gifts. Like, I think these cards would make a beautiful gift for someone. Package them all up together. And I think they would just make a beautiful gift. I give my cards lots of times as gifts. I'll give people 10 cards of my handmade cards as a gift. And they're usually very well received. People need cards, send cards. So I think this would make a really lovely gift set. So that might be another reason if you don't donate cards or typically mass produce them, you might consider using a sheetload of cards layout design for gifts. Just another thought. I did bring in the peel-offs for this, and then I used these ephemera pieces that have that gorgeous foiling on them. I wish even more companies would add foiling to the ephemera like these, just because I don't have a foiling machine and, you can't do it all. So when foiling became so popular, I was really tempted to get the foiling machine and get the dies and get the foil. And then I was like, no, Betty Penny, you're not doing that because you can't do everything. You can't buy everything. You can't do everything. So I'm leaving the foiling to all my other crafty friends who love it and enjoy it. And I'll just buy foiled pieces or maybe do the double-sided tape foiling technique when I feel the urge. But it really is something that's beautiful. And if I did have a foiling machine, I would definitely foil my ephemera and my pattern paper. I don't see people do that very often. I always see them working with plain paper or stamps or something, but I don't often see them do a design like this where they're foiling on top of pattern paper and ephemera, but that's definitely a place I would go with it if I had the tools. So just throwing that out there in case you have a machine, give it a shot. Sounds like fun to me. So I really like the way these two cards came together. I think these designs definitely would be suitable all year long, so that's kind of fun. I know that we tend to get seasonal in our crafting as card makers, but it's nice to have year-round cards as well, which I think these fit that ticket. So I'm going to show you a close-up of each card now. This is the first one I made. Absolutely beautiful. And look at that sparkle in the sun on that ephemera piece. It's so pretty. Really love this card. I kept the insides very simple. I just added a matted layer of white cardstock and then scrap pieces. After I got done cutting all of my pieces today, I will tell you I had 5 skinny strips of paper left over, and that was it. It was a very efficient cutting method. And this would definitely be a fun sketch if you have some 6x6 paper you need to use up. You're also going to need 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12. But in my instance, I just used A4. And this card's really beautiful. Again, the sequins just add such a nice touch. And there's my double layering of those sequins. Let me know what you guys think about my alterations to this sheetload of cards. Definitely go to Crafty Owl's channel, check out her link, and I will come back again next month and we will work with her sheetload again. Let me know which card you like down below. I think this collection is gorgeous. I can't wait to play with it again. I'm so happy I have it in my stash. You guys, love your stash. I'm sure you have lots of goodies in there where you can make beautiful cards like this too. I appreciate your time so much. I know you could be anywhere and you chose to spend a little time here with me today, and I really appreciate that. So thank you for watching my channel. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye.